Hi and welcome to episode 6, Drama and Theatre, grade 9. We are in the topic of investigating and rehearsing. And we have already had a look at the will as the base of the action. Today we will talk about the will and the conflicts and also the emotions. But before I start with that, I want to remind you about the story titled The Monkey and the Tortoise. Because one of the most important improvisation techniques is called the situation improvisation. And I will use that story to explain how you create a situation improvisation. You move the situation from the plot that you have decided to something that you can relate to in your own life. If you remember the story, there was someone, the monkey, taking the bag of rice from the tortoise. And then, some days later, the tortoise took hold of the monkey's tail and they ran away to the court to make the court decide how to handle the situation. If you think about it, you might be able to see that you can associate it with a situation in school, for instance, where someone, by mistake or not, taking something that doesn't belong to them, and you want to hit back. And then, in this case, the court will probably be the teacher, or the judge will be the teacher who decides how to handle the situation. So this is a way, the situation improvisation is a way to easier relate to your own life, the same kind of situation in the play. And this is quite important because what you are working with is yourself, your own experience, your own emotions, and so on. So it has to be a connection with your own life. So try to find a situation in the script that you have created and worked with and transfer it to something that you can relate it to. This is an improvisation technique. So, now about the conflicts. Have a look at the script now and try to find as many conflicts as possible. You remember the will, and the will is the base of the conflicts. It's a clash between two or several persons. They want different things to happen. And when you have made this list, you can go also to yourself and ask yourself, if I, for some reasons, had to go into a conflict, what kind of techniques am I using to overcome the conflict or to find a solution? And this kind of techniques or skills to find solutions to conflict, it will also help you in life. But now we are working with theater, so I want you to think now, what kind of skills is the character using? What kind of skills? Because it's maybe not only one that is the favorite skill. There could be several. And the more they meet the conflict, the more they meet like resistance, the more they have to invent new ways to achieve. And it's the same with you in your life. So the characters are similar to yourself. Here you can add things that you have observed in your surrounding when you're observing conflicts. Now, people talk about emotions. You have to show more emotions and so on stage. I will say that it is the will and the obstacle that creates the emotions. But there is a way. I mean, it's not like you put a mask on that will show that you are sad or you're angry. It has to come from what you want to achieve. But you can play with it as well. You can play with it. It's called the one will improvisation. It's not really an improvisation because you are using the text. And I will use the same text as in last episode. Now we have to imagine two characters, and I will use one emotion that is anger, for instance. I will try to make the two of them appear angry. What, are you still here? Yes! But what happened? Cancellation! Of course, this is like a cliche what I'm doing right now. We must remember that everyone has different ways to show anger. I will try to do the same thing, and I want you to remember this also. You can use this kind of emotion all through the rehearsing of the text in your script, just to try to find what can be useful for this character. So, now we have another feeling. Are you still here? And the same feeling here. Yes, I'm still here. But what happened? Cancellation. So, the same text with two different feelings. And maybe in doing this, you will find material to your character, even if it's not obvious in the text, but it should be connected to the will of the character. This is like an approach that you can investigate, and you have like three basic feelings. You have anger, you have fear, and you have affection or love. This is the feelings that I want you to start to investigate with the script. It's also a way to lose the respect for the written words, because you will sooner or later lose the feeling that you have to do it the right way. There is no right way that is common for everyone. It has to be your right way, and the production you are creating, the staging you are creating. In the next episode, we will have a look at, most of all, the eye contact. So that's all for now. See you next time. Thank you.